Hey y'all, hey, what's up? I'm Nishay Richardson, also known as the Play Money Coach, right? So you're here because you have access to my monthly budget template, which is a great move. And let's be real, budgeting can feel overwhelming, it can feel restrictive and just boring, which actually really good money management is kind of boring, but I love to bring the fun into it anywhere I can, though, right? Which is why I'm the Play Money Coach. So that's why I don't want you to think about it as just a budget, okay? This is a plan of how you use your money to support your life without guilt, stress, or confusion, okay? So the key to making this work is heart goals, right? Because I want you to have long-term success, not just use this budget template for a month or two and then get off track because that's typically what happens, right? It's like those New Year's resolutions. The goal is for this to be a long term success and long term plan for you to be financially well. Okay. So, what are heart goals and why do they matter? So, we're going to go through that real quick before we complete this budget so that you understand the importance of heart goals and how it aligns to being successful with managing your money well. Okay. So, most people struggle with budgeting because they think it's about cutting back or depriving themselves, but real financial wellness isn't about restriction, it's about intention. Okay. That's where the heart goals come in. So, this framework helps you make money decisions that feel good and actually work for your life. And here is what that means. So, H stands for holistic, right? So, your finances should support your whole life, not just your bills, okay? And that includes savings, fun, future goals, right? All the things that are a part of you as a whole person, okay? E is for empowering. So, your money should make you feel in control, not stressed. So a good spending plan gives you choices, not limits. Okay. So when you think about budgeting, I don't want you to say, oh, I got to cut back on all the things I love. No, I want you to spend your money with intention on the things that you value and you enjoy. Okay. So A is for aligned. So are your spending habits matching your values, right? So if family, travel, or home ownership matters to you, does your budget actually reflect that? R is realistic. So your budget should fit your actual lifestyle, not a rigid, unrealistic plan. And if you love brunch, let's budget for brunch, okay? Make sure that play money is in your budget, all right? And then the last letter in heart is T. So true to you. So forget about what others think, okay? If they say that you should spend all your money and because you only live once and that's what they believe, that's great. But if you think that you want to save or you think that you want to travel more or you think you want to help more of your family, I want you to focus on what is true to you, okay? So your financial plan should reflect your priorities, not someone else's rules, okay? So when money choices align with your heart goals, you're no longer just budgeting. All right. You're making your money work for you in a way that actually feels good. So now we can walk through the budget template and set you up for success. All right. So, step one in this budget template is name the month at the top and set your money intention. Okay. So, at the top of this template, write the month. But I also want you to write one thing you want your money to do for you this month. Okay. So that could be paying all bills on time with ease. That could be adding $100 to your savings. That could be setting aside money for something fun. This small action keeps you focused on making intentional money moves, right? So you know what the goal and the plan is for this month. And as you saw, like the first thing that I talked about was paying bills on time with ease. Some people have a difficult time simply paying bills on time. Okay. So it doesn't have to be this big extravagant thing that you're focusing on for the month. It could be something as simple as paying your bills on time with ease. Okay. So at the top, you're going to put the month that you're in, and then as well as one thing that you want your money to do for you that month. Step two is income. Okay. So at the top, this is where you're going to list every source of income that is coming in every month or maybe that month, right? Because we really want to plan ahead, right? So if let's say we're in March, we want to be looking at April's budget, okay? And think about what money is coming in. So are you getting money from your paychecks? Do you have a side hustle? Do you have rental income or whatever, right? Do you have child support, alimony, all the things, okay? And why? Because your income isn't just about survival. It's about building financial freedom. So when you see all your money coming in, you can now make empowered choices about where it goes next. Okay. So we got all of our income in there. Now, where is your money going? So now we can see, what are you actually spending on throughout the month. So your your expenses section, right, lists everything that you spend money on every single month. So that's rent, groceries, utilities, subscriptions, takeout, self-care, everything. Don't forget anything. Okay. And this isn't about guilt tripping yourself, right? It's not to beat yourself up. It's about alignment. So, does this spending actually reflect what truly matters to you? Okay. Is there anything you rather redirect towards a bigger goal? So, right, this is an opportunity for us to really see what's going on with our finances and have that reality check that I like to call it, with where our money is going every month, right? So, if you're unsure about what you're spending on, now it's time to pull out those bank statements, because the numbers do not lie, right? We can easily say, oh no, I only spend $500 on this thing, when we actually might spend $800 on it. Or I don't really do that much takeout, and then we realize that we're eating takeout every day, right? So the numbers do not. Okay, so now that we have all the expenses covered, remember, don't forget anything, even if it's something that you may not do every single month. If it's something you do every other month, or sometimes, make sure you include it in your monthly expenses. Now, you're going to make sure you put the due date, because we want to make sure that we are paying our bills on time, right? And then we're also going to put the budgeted amount. So, how much is the minimum payment on that bill, or that expense each month? So let's give an example of groceries. Maybe you want to budget $500 for groceries for the month. And when you get to the end of the month and you kind of review everything, you realize that you actually spent 525, right? So then that's where you would put in that actual comment. Or it could be the opposite, right? So maybe you budgeted for $100 for takeout, but then when you got to the end of the month, you actually spent $65. Okay. So that is your expenses, due date, budgeted amount. And then when you get to the end of the month, or when you start doing your review of what you're actually spending for each thing, you can put the actual amount that you spent for that expense. All right, now step 4 is your savings, right? So this is non negotiable. Okay. So most people think that savings is extra, but savings is actually a priority. It is not an afterthought. Okay. This is why I always say, save yourself first. Okay. So a lot of times people think, oh, I'm going to pay all my bills first, and then whatever's left, that's what I'll put in my savings. No, 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 no. Always pay yourself first. So even if it's just $5, I want you to commit to saving something every single month. So over time, that small habit builds into financial security and peace of mind. Now, you may be in a position where you can save 10% of your take home income. And that is great. You may say that, you know what, I'm on a spree, and I have a goal for to save $10,000 this year. So I'm going to save $1,000 a month. Maybe that's what you're working towards. But I want you to start somewhere, and savings is a priority. So I do not want it to be an afterthought. Okay. Even though it's at the bottom of the template, it is still something that you must do first before you pay any bills. All right. And then now step 5 is your goal funds. So this section is all about intentional spending and saving. Okay. So what are you working towards right now? Is it a vacation? Is it a home project? Is it a business investment? Put that there, right? Because that's going to be that additional savings that you have each month outside of your regular savings, your 3 to 6 month savings. Okay. So if it's a trip that costs $1,500 and you want to go in 3 months, then you're going to plan to put $500 a month into your your goal fund. Okay. If you want to buy new furniture, start setting money aside for that now, right? You may also, not may, but you also should do some research on what furniture you're going to buy, so you know the exact amount of, including taxes and delivery fees and all the things, of what you're going to need for that furniture, so you know how much you need to save every month into your goal fund, so that you can make that purchase, that short-term or long-term goal. Okay. And now at the end of the month, I want you to compare what you plan to spend with what you actually spent. So you know how I just talked about the actual, right? That actual column. So I want you to do that at the end of the month. So this helps you see if your spending is in alignment with your values. Okay. It identifies places to adjust and improve. And it also helps you recognize some wins. So maybe you saved more than expected, or maybe you spent less at the grocery store than what you expected. Okay. Again, this is not about perfection. It's about progress and awareness, right? This is not the let's beat ourselves up because we didn't meet the goal that we were trying to meet this month. No, it's about, okay, what did I do really well? Okay, what are some areas that maybe I can improve? What are some things that I'm going to keep the same? Okay. So most people only check their finances when something goes wrong, but I don't want that to be you. So I challenge you to start doing weekly money dates with yourself. So whether that's just 15 or 30 minutes to check in with your finances. No stress. Go ahead and play some music, whatever you like, R&B, you like hip hop, you like country, whatever you like, have some music going in the background. Grab some tea, grab some wine, maybe not too much wine because then you might mess up the numbers, but make it very relaxing, have your favorite drink there and review where you are, and then if you need to make some small tweaks. Okay, so the more often you check in, the more financial freedom that you create. Okay, so now that we've gone through your budget template and you know how to fill this out, this is going to be a tool for your financial peace of mind so that we can get away from that money stress. So when your budget aligns with your heart goals, you're not just managing your money, you're actually creating the life that you want. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me through the link below and book a call, meetwithnashaya.com, and you can also connect with me on LinkedIn. So remember, your money should support your life, not stress you out, y'all. So now let's go and make some play money moves.